Hi, welcome to another episode of the Naina Redhu experience. I'm sorry for being missing in action. I got a really bad tonsil and it took me a week to recover. I wasn't talking to anybody, I wasn't taking any calls, and then I extended the break a little bit more because I thought it would be better to give it a bit of rest till it fully recovers instead of diving right into two podcast episodes last week, which is this one. I'm recording the 10th August Naina Mama series that I did on Instagram, and I still have to record this week's episode, which I will be recording in this same session. So that is the status. I am obviously a lot better. As you can tell, my tonsil is completely gone. Lots of haldi and salt gargles is what helped me. Fluid intake, vitamin C, vitamin D, triple doses, etc., etc. So happy to be back. Happy to be doing the episode once again. All right, let me just get down right to it. I will be reading from my laptop. Question. You do so many things. Would love to know how you started your career and 3 best and 3 bad experiences. My answer. I started my professional career as a management consultant after my B school. I worked for a year before I realized that the 9-to-5 life is not for me. I wanted a life where I could realistically spend time with my family and friends whenever I wanted. At the same time, blogs became a thing internationally and I got on it. This was 2004. I was a broke freelancer living in Bombay. I couldn't even afford the 9,000 rupee rent. I knew how to code websites and I started getting clients from the US, UK and Europe. Far too many good, bad, awesome things in 16 years since I've been doing this. It will be nearly impossible to pick 3 great and 3 bad ones. So many. And I have talked about all the good and the bad ones on my blog. As always, I used to even have a column called WTF Naina. You can read it, where I would talk about things like weird emails that I would get from potential clients or interactions I had with people in the industry as a photographer. Good practices, bad practices, suggestions, etc. I don't do that anymore because I realized that was not my focus. While I am part of the industry and I do like to talk about things that affect the industry, I can't really change it on my own, and I was spending too much negative energy thinking about these things, so I decided to stop doing that column. I still obviously talk about issues on my videos and my podcasts and on IGTV, etc., etc. So that was the first question. Second question. How to maintain sanity in this insane time? Oh well, hasn't COVID gotten, all of us like really fucked? Okay, my answer. I can't tell you how to do it, but I can share some of the things that have helped me. Journaling. Writing how everything makes you feel. 1 line, 1 page, whatever, has helped me cope. Therapy. Talk to a professional. The lockdown has amplified our insecurities. Uncertainty has skyrocketed for everybody. Just like our bodies need a physical trainer to keep healthy, our brain needs a mental trainer. And finally, like all the good times and the bad, this too shall pass. It will, it has no choice. That is just how things work. It's crazy. I mean, someone was asking me, I think in one of the last few episodes that I did, how are you always so happy? And I'm like, I'm not always happy. I mean, did I post a video when I had tonsils? I was fucking miserable. Like, I would wake up in the morning and I'd be like, why do I exist? But you put one foot in front of the other and you get on with it. Journaling has helped quite a bit. I have tried to do a little bit of structured journaling. I was speaking to a friend today and they were like, you have to meditate. You have to do, art of living, some Sudarshan Kriya, breathing techniques, etc. I don't know. I've never been one to do things like, go to like an art of living class. Okay, just a second. There seems to be some problem with my mic. Can you guys hear me? Oh, why is it saying swipe right for external mic? Wait. I don't know. There was some issue with it and it was totally fine. So I anyways paused it and whatever. This is weird. I'm recording a podcast episode after 15 days and it feels like I haven't done it in years. Next question. As an influencer, and beside putting all my effort and information into my content, why am I not growing? Okay, first of all, this is a very specific question. So I need to know what you are doing, who you are, what you work as, who your clients are before I can answer that question. But I've still tried to answer in a generic way, which I don't think is perfect, but it is what it is. Okay, this is my answer. Firstly, in general, most platforms are suffering from users leaving and reduced organic reach for existing accounts like yours and mine. Secondly, it is a long game. Content isn't everything. It's one spoke in the wheel. Right now, on ground, things are not possible. Else, I would have suggested meeting people and in real life, reaching out to them, showing your product to them in person, or actually delivering your services in person. Thirdly, it would also be specific to what your niche is, what your goals are specifically. Else, it is just generic advice. Contrary to popular belief, content is not everything. Content is not king. It is one of the things that you do in your marketing strategy or your branding strategy or presenting yourself online. It's a lot of people think that being online is like being on stage and it's a performance, and to some extent that is true. But you must always keep it authentic, which is my advice. I know the word is overused. It is now almost cliched. Authentic. What does authenticity even mean? What authenticity means is, like when I'm talking and I'm like, shit, that's who I am. That's how I talk. This is not the volume I always use when I'm talking with friends, but this is what part of your brand is online. So when I'm talking to someone online, I don't want to talk in my normal voice. You know what my normal voice sounds like? Hey, what's up? How's it going? So nice to see you. Kaisa chal raha hai? How sweet. That's how I normally talk. But when I'm talking online, I want to engage with people. I want them to know that I'm here, I'm fully present, and I want to have your attention. So this is how I talk. This is authenticity, for me to share this with you. And I have been doing this consistently for as long as I have been online, which is why my audience is like, हाँ नैना बोल रही है तो ठीक ही बोल रही होगी, झूठ नहीं बोल रही होगी. I don't lie. I might say that I am not comfortable answering a particular question, but I'm never going to say, oh yeah, by the way, it works like that, when I should have said, I don't know. That is part of the whole authenticity thing. And it takes a long time for you to create any kind of, a brand online or have an Instagram profile, and you can keep posting every day and you can, have absolutely no response. It depends on what you're doing. It's really very specific. Please, if you have specific questions and you need help with your brand and you need customized advice, I do one-on-one consultings. Please go to naina.co/consult and book me for a session. I also do workshops. I have my online brand building workshop on the 29th of August. Seats are still available. The workshop will be on Zoom. You could be anywhere in the world. I give you specific advice. I share personal experience. I don't, there's no jargon. There's no corporate marketing speak. I call a spade a spade. If there is something that you ask me that I don't know, I will tell you that, look, I don't know this right now. Let me put a pin on it. I'll come back to you and I will try to help you out on this. So generic advice, don't just ask someone on the internet, what should I do? It's not working. Like, define it for yourself. Goal kya hai? That's my motto. Like, I'm genuinely thinking of getting a tattoo, like, goal kya hai? Alright, next question. What kind of content helps in engaging people and clients? Answer: controversial opinions, nudes, etc. You'll get a lot of engagement. More engagement, more followers, more clients. That is the universal answer. Because if you get more engagement, more followers, clients will be like, oh, so-and-so person has so many followers, let's work with them. But on an individual brand or person basis, it would depend on the following. What is your goal? What work do you do? What do people want to know more about you, etc. So the question is wrong. The question is not how do I get more followers, what kind of content helps in engaging people. You have to figure out what is your goal here. Are you creating content only to engage with people and clients? If you're doing that, then there are so many ways of doing it. Like I said, controversial opinions, post nudes, oh my god, so many followers, so much more engagement. But is that relevant? Is that going to help build your brand in the long run? Learn to ask good questions. Next question. Do you also do overall business coaching apart from coaching for building brands online? Answer: yes, I do, absolutely. I just talked about it. The 30-minute consulting call is customized to each person. The fundamental principles of doing business are the same. Once you've established your goal, the feedback I've received from consulting calls is that it has helped clients narrow down their goals and truly understand what it is that they actually want to do. And then depending on whether you find it useful, I'm happy to work on intermittent hand-holding as required. And I just remembered that I need to get back to this person on email and get on a discovery call with them, which is like a 5 to 10 minute call for free, which I get on with clients to help them understand what they should be signing up for. Should they be attending the workshop? Should they be getting me on a consulting call? Whether I can even help them in the first place or not. So I will get back to you on that, Anchal. I am so sorry, I have not been well, etc. So yeah. Okay. Next question. What are the top 5 blogs that you love to read? Secrets out of the bag. I don't read any blogs. Most of my reading material is either paperback books or audiobooks and podcasts. If I do read some articles, I usually get those links from people that I follow on Twitter. So I do not read any blogs. Alright. Next question. Oh, this is one of the best questions. I had fun writing about it. In the past, art was inseparable from politics. How does this work in the social media era when hate is rampant? I asked since you did those shoots with Divya Spandana and my art is political too. Right. So for those of you, I'll give you some background. Divya was managing social media for the Indian National Congress Party, and I photographed some events with them. Some of the photographs made it to my blog. I was not trying to make a political statement. The biggest reason I did that gig was because I was curious. I have had one phone call interaction with someone who was managing the Modi campaign prior to him being elected the Prime Minister. And this gig with the Congress meant that I would have some interaction with Rahul Gandhi. Although I must clarify that the Modi gig never happened because they didn't want to pay me. And I was not keen on working with them without any money. And that never worked out. Although, with the Rahul Gandhi thing, I wanted to see for myself. No money was involved in either transaction. Even when I did whatever I did with the Congress, I did not get paid. I did not ask for money. I would have eventually, if I had done more assignments with them, then I would have asked them for money. But the one that I did, I was purely out of curiosity. I wanted to see how it works. I've always, growing up in a middle class service family, it was like, oh my God, politics is dirty. Politicians are, always cheating. There's so much corruption. So I was like, I need to see it for myself in person. Like if I'm getting an opportunity to go see it and satisfy my curiosity, why the hell not? So I did it because of that. I did end up registering to vote for the first time after these interactions. I made a personal political choice for the first time in my life. As far as social media and hate are concerned, social media, in my opinion, amplifies who we are. That is it. I don't know if hate has gone up or down, but I do know that I get to know about all of it nonetheless. So it's like the news is about everything. Has hate gone up? Oh my God, that person said something, that person got offended, this happened, something is always in the news. So I don't have data for this, so I don't know whether hate has actually gone up or gone down, but I do see more of it online, and I think that's because more of us are online and more of us feel comfortable expressing our opinions online. So you do get to see more of it. To maintain my personal sanity, I stay away from politics online. We do have rabid political discussions with friends and family. I have not considered my art to be political or apolitical yet. So far, I am not attempting to make any statements with my art. I'm trying to enjoy making art and using that as meditation. That was a set of questions that I got last week, and I realized that I did miss some of them. There were some more questions, but I could not answer them because it's impossible to answer some questions. They're quite generic and vague, etc. So I'm sorry about that. Again, please hire me. I'm more than happy to be hired. Hello, it's COVID times, and I would prefer to do a one-on-one consult and actually give you decent advice that is specific to you. Stuff like this where you want to know something about my art, my political standing, etc. That's different. I enjoy answering these questions. If you want to understand how I do my work, etc., I'm happy to share that kind of stuff. And as much as possible, I try my best to answer questions, but a lot of them are like super generic. And I am not going to sit and do research on who you are and what your brand is online and what you've been doing online for free. I would like to get paid for that. So yeah, that was the episode of Naina Mama from 10th of August. Thank you for listening, and I am immediately going to be uploading the next episode from this week's, I think 17th August Naina Mama. Alright, thanks, bye.